This conference will now be recorded.
Joshna,
Yes.
Krishna Chaitanya, Sainath, and Tulasi. Tulasi, your friend Pooja, Harika, and Revant not yet joined. Why you
Yes,
guys?
sir, I informed them,
Why
sir.
you? No? Tulasi, sometimes you are absent, sometimes Pooja can absent, sometimes Harika can absent. Eh? What's happening? So let's go for Anaconda Navigator. What is the last class? We've seen some examples of the while, right?
Patterns, sir.
Yeah, that's a nested loops.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we are talking about a new concept which is for loop. It's also looping statement. It's a pretty easy when you compare with other loops in other programming languages. Okay, have you done this assignment? But I'm not getting any kind of messages from you all. I've given these two assignments, but from Jagadish and Sainath and Krishna Chaitanya and Tulasi, I'm not getting any kind of code from these particular programs. What happened?
Sir, I have done for the first one, sir.
Okay.
For the second one, I didn't get the code, sir. I tried my best, sir. I am getting first two columns, two rows same, sir. 2, 3, 4. After that, I am getting in place of 4, I am getting 5, 6, 7. Like that, sir.
I mean, you did this one, or else
Yes,
you're
sir.
facing a problem on this particular program. Which one? Are you facing
Second
problem?
one.
This one, right?
Yes, sir.
So row and I, and we should go for print the I plus COL. That's it. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Just you should go for print the I and
Plus.
call. Addition of I plus call. Previously, you printed I and you printed call. Now you are going to printing the sum of these two things. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, simple program.
Can you show the first one also, please?
Okay. So you are going to printing the rows. So simply you can print I. Okay. So here you printed the call, right? So now you can print here I. Then here you can print the sum of I and call, so that you will be getting this particular output. Got it? So it's just simple logics actually. So when you're changing small things, then you will be getting output actually. But before that one, you can have to conclude that, you have to confirm that. Okay, so what you should make it. Okay, and we're fine. Now let's go for understanding the for loop. So guys, when coming to the for loop, which is not working on the condition. For example, you have some kind of sequence of elements. You have some kind of sequence of elements. Okay, so for example, here see element 1, and this is element 2, this is element 3, this is element 4, and this is element 5. Okay, I have some kind of list of elements or group of elements are there. Okay, So this for loop can be repeated based upon the number of elements in this particular group. So this is the group you should give as an input for the for. This is the group you should give as input for the for. Then the for loop can be repeated. How many number of elements are there? How many number of elements are there in this particular group? Then that many times it can be executed. Here we don't have any kind of condition. We don't have any kind of thing actually over here. All right, clear my point? Clear? For example, I have a group. I'm creating a group. The group, it can be anything. For example, SOC, SOFT, ECH. How many characters are there here? The syntax is for and element or else char. Okay, char in group. So this is the syntax. So here in and for are the keywords, and after the in you should use the. So this is the you already know it, right? So for in group, sorry, char in the group, in the sense if char is there in this particular group, then it can be returns the true. That is exactly the meaning of it. Okay, but the char which is for first iteration, it's a first element. So C is there in this particular group. Okay, so it was true. Then here it can be printing the, for example, hello, or you just print the hello. See how many times hello is printing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 times hello is printing. How? Here we have the 9 characters are there. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 10. 10 times it has to be executed. Please count it. It's my mistake. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is 10. Totally 10 times hello is printing. It's a very simple logic. Just you should give the group, and then we can give you any one of the variable here. Then this is the for loop can be repeated. How many number of elements we have it, so that many times the task can be executed. Clear? Can you note this example? Number of iterations are depending on length of group. Okay, see how many number of elements are there in this particular group, then that many times the for loop can be iterated. Note this example, guys. Once it is done, please let me know. If you're not understood, again you can ask me a question.
Done, sir.
Okay, so the else also will be optional block for the for. So we can write the else, but this else can be executed when we don't have any kind of, that all iterations are done, then only the else can be executed. If and only if all iterations are done, then only the else can be executed. Clear? This is fine. For example, same group, we can give you another variable. Let me consider this is the thing I was changing as the some list. Okay, the list which is having some kind of group of elements are there. Okay, so here how many elements are there? This is 4 and this is 3. Total 7 elements are there, right? So in place of group, I can give you the some list of elements, and in case of char, we can use another variable as well. Okay, so here I just want to be print. I want to print element by element. Actually, what happens in case of for loop? So this is the variable which is pointing for first iteration first element, for second iteration second element, for third iteration third element, for fourth iteration fourth element. It keep on going it for last iteration last element. After iteration of all the things, it was try to update it, but we don't have any element after the 45. That means the for was failed. Okay, so I want to print the elements. I want to print the elements in list. So what could be the value of ELE? I want to print it. Then we can use the variable name. So what happens for every iteration, the ELE value can be changed from this particular group of elements only. For first iteration, first element, second iteration, second element, third iteration, third element, fourth iteration, fourth element. It's keep on going at for last iteration, last element. After the last iteration, it was trying to updating it, but it's not possible, so that the for loop can be a fail. Okay, so in right side, we should give you some group of elements. In left side, you should give you a variable. It's up to your choice. The name of the variable, it can be anything. Okay, note this example, guys. Done. So next one is write a program, print only even numbers from list of elements. Okay, so you have a group, and every time you are accessing the element, right? So I want to print only even numbers. That means if in case whatever the element we are accessing, which is divisible with the 2, then it's even number. If it is the even number, then I can print it. Otherwise, I don't want to print any other number actually. Okay. So in this particular group of elements, we have only 12, 4, and 10 are the even numbers. Rest of the things are the odd numbers. Note this example. So this is the way we can able to use the for loop, and syntax, it's never change. It's simple thing for variable in some group of elements and colon, and you can write the some task over here. Okay, for each and every iteration, the value what we define in between the for and in, then the value can be changed from the first element to last element. Okay, that's it. Just note this example. Here we have a function is range. Range is the function. For example, I want to repeat the for loop 100 times. 100 times I want to repeat it. Then it's impossible, right? So you should have the 100 list of elements, right? Or 100 group of elements, right? For generating the 100 elements, then we can have the range. If I'm giving the range, then automatically it is generating the 100 group of elements, 100 list of elements. Okay, so most of the time the range we can use inside of the for. So for example, so I can have a program, write a program, print sum of 100 numbers, 100 natural numbers. So here we can have a sum. Sum is default, it's 0. Let me consider sum is 0, and for I in, okay, range of, if I'm giving the 100, right? So 100 means which is starting with 1, and I want to access 100 also, then we should give you one number extra. Okay, so this is the way. For example, you can give you 11, then what happens we'll see actually. Okay, so print I, which is printing 1 to 10 or not. If I'm giving the only 11, which is starting with 0 and it's end with 10 actually, so the default value of the start is 0. If you want to start from anyone, then it's up to your choice. For example, in between the 1 to 21, I want to be access every third element. So 1, 3, 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 3, 10, 10 plus 3, 9, 13, 13 plus 3, 16, 16 plus 3, 19, 19 plus 3, it's a 22. 22 will be, it's a more than or equal to 21, right? So that's the reason. So we are accessing till 19 only. So this is the way the range it can help you. So try to understand the range, what it is doing first. After that one, we can do that particular program. So range, it can access the maximum 2 or 3 arguments. So start, stop, and step. So if I'm giving the 1 to 21, then it is generating from, for example, here instead of the 10, 1, we can give the 10. So it is generating the 10 to 20 elements. Okay. If I'm not giving the two arguments, I'm giving only single argument, then which is starting with 0 and it could be stopped at 10 minus 1. That means whatever the number you given, so number minus 1. So that many number of elements it can be generating. Okay, so that is a use of the range function. So now let's go for the do this particular program. Let's go for do this particular program. So write a program sum of 100 natural numbers. So here 100 is up to your choice, right? So n is my optional number. So n I can consider from the user. So it may be 100, it may be 1000, it may be 2000, it may be 3000, something else, right? So that, so input of enter n value. Okay, so here we can have the sum, it's equal to 0. Then what I should do, every iteration the sum can be updated with some previous sum and present I value. When all iterations are done, then I can print the sum of numbers. So you can print the sum variable. Okay, so you can just print the sum. So if I'm giving the 100, then 5050 is the result. If I'm giving the 3000, then some other value, it could be the result. Okay, so this is the way you can try to use the range function in a for loop. Can you do this particular program? Is this program is done or not?
Done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's do a small another program with help of the for loop. Write a program, find the factorial of a number. Can you do this particular program with help of the for loop?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. I think which is very similar to this particular program, right? So here, instead of the sum, I just take the number variable. It's a fact. It's a default. It's a one. And instead of doing sum, we can use the multiplication symbol. Okay. So here you can print the fact. So here we can print the fact, right? So if I enter the 10, 10 factorial is some value. If you enter the 5, factorial is of 5, it's 120. So this is the way you can find the factorial of any number. So this is the way we can use the for loop. So the loop, it might be contains in another blocks as well. That's a different story again, that we can do it ourselves. So now we have two more keywords are there. So the first keyword is break keyword. So break keyword, it can help you to stop the block, stop the blocks, stop the loop. If you want to stop the loop, then we can use the break keyword. For example, I would like to go for print the. So here my condition is write a program. The list it contains returns only odd numbers. Odd numbers. If you found the if you if we have if you got even number, then stop. That's my condition. So you have to go for print the only odd number. So by the time of printing the odd number from the list of elements or group of elements, okay, unfortunately one number which we got an even number, then you have to stop that particular loop. So here we seen, okay, so you can go ahead with this one. So here, if in case equal to 0, if in case ELE is even number, then I can execute the break. So if a break is executed, which means that, so the entire loop can be stopped. Even some iterations are there, it won't executes. Okay. And so here I can print the ELE, and that too it's only printing odd numbers. Okay. So here I can choose these even numbers in somewhere else. So even this one also I can be remove it. Okay. See, here we have the 9, 3, 11 are the odd numbers. So if 9 is odd number, so this is the condition is fail. For second iteration, so that it is printing the 9. And for second iteration, ELE is the 3. So 3 is not divisible with the 2, so that break is not executed. So again 3 is printing. For third iteration, the ELE is 11. So 11 which is not divisible with the 2, so break is not executed, so that it is printing the ELE. Okay. So whenever we got the fourth element is 12, 12 is even number. Once we got an even number, then you're stopping that entire loop. So, and even else is also not executed, because of we have some iterations are there, some iterations are left, so that it's not stopped by automatically. You are stopped intentionally with help of the break, so that else is not executed. Only 9, 3, 11 are executed. When we are getting the 12, then which is not executed this particular. Okay, so we are stopping the loop over here with help of the break. Okay, same thing, but instead of if you got even number, then continue. So then continue in the sense, so you're not printing the even numbers. Actually we can use the if and else, but here I'm not using the else here. When the continue keyword is executed, when continue keyword is executed, it's not stopping the loop. Stop present iteration, stops the present iteration and continue the next iteration, next one. Okay, so here which is printing only odd numbers. So there are some even numbers are there. When this is the condition is true, once the continue has executed, what are the statements are there after the continue? It won't execute it. It will stop over that particular iteration. It will go for the automatically next iteration actually. That is the use of the continue. Okay. And we have last but not least, which is the break, which is the pass. So pass is the keyword. I don't have any kind of iterations. I don't want to do any task actually. Just I want to be left. I don't want to do anything. Just we can use the pass. Pass is just simply creating the dummy blocks. So I want to create the some dummy block. Then we can use the pass keyword. Okay, this is the use of the pass keyword. So this is the for loop which is not doing any task actually. So here else is doing, because of all iterations are done, but the for loop is not doing anything. That kind of situation we can use the pass. So guys, in a control statements we seen as of now, if we seen if keyword we seen it, elif keyword we seen it, else keyword we seen it, and while we seen it, and for keyword we seen it, and and break keyword also we seen it, and continue keyword, and pass keyword, and we seen in keyword also. So these are the keywords we used in
Yes.
control statements. In control statements, these are the keywords will help you to fulfilling the control statements. Clear? if, elif, else, while, for, break, continue, pass, and in. These are the keywords we are going to be using in a control statements. And we already used it. So this is for today's concept, guys. And actually, in a last class, 2 days back, I was explaining about hacker rank, right? How many people are registered with hacker rank?
Sir, I have registered, sir.
Yeah, I
I
did.
will
I'm
do
also
it
registered,
on
sir.
weekend.
How many things you did it then?
One
4,
star.
sir.
What is the star? What could be your star rating?
I,
Hmm?
I have now I have only one, sir. You said to get it by 5.
So today and tomorrow, I mean tomorrow and day after tomorrow, you don't have any sessions, right? So make sure that everyone should have minimum 3 stars. Okay,
Okay, sir.
minimum 3 stars. And by end of the function concepts, you should have minimum 5 stars from the Python, from the hacker rank. Uh, create your own hacker rank. Okay, so here we have a loops, right? So you can click on this one. So it is giving you some question and try to answer it yourself. Okay, you can do it. We can do it actually. This kind of questions. That's for today's class, guys. And I hope so. We were done the control statements till here. And next class we are going to talking about functions concepts. Once I done the function concepts, which means that 50% of the Python concepts are done. 50%. 50% of the Python concepts are done. Okay. Rest of the 50% of it's a concept orientations. Okay. So that 50% of the concepts which are very less, which is the modules and packages, regular expression, exception handling, OOPS concepts, and multi-threading and database connectivity, that kind of things. Okay, only 5 to 6 concepts are left, but that it's also, which are the concept oriented things. But if you want to be performing that kind of things, we should know these concepts actually. Okay, as of now we reached the basic level we done, and intermediate level also we were done. Intermediate level we are in 80%. Once I done the concepts of the functions, then intermediate level of Python also done actually. Okay, okay, that's for today's concepts, guys. Bye, take care. I would like to upload the recording today at any cost, and thank you so much
Okay.
for time here, and we'll
Sir,
catch up on
sir,
Monday.
this pass keyword, even if we use in the loop, it won't execute anything, sir.
Yes, this is just creating the dummy block, that's it.
Okay.
You can use not only in the loops, wherever the block you're defining, but the block it doesn't have any statements, then we can use the pass keyword.
What is
Okay.
use of dummy blocks in the
Dummy
coding?
block, just maybe you need some requirement, but you don't want to do any task actually. Okay, like I want to generating some time delay. Okay, so we can use the dummy blocks only. I don't want to do any task. I want to generating only somewhat, just I'm opening one more time Google Colab. I would like to show you what is the use of the pass keyword, not only for creating the dummy block, and what is the importance of the dummy block. I can show you here. So write a program, print hello with every 1 second. Write a program, print hello for every 1 second. Every 1 second or some delay. Okay, with some delay actually. So for I in range of, for example, I want to print the 10 times hello. Okay, so here which is printing hello 10 times without any delay. So first time it is rotating. You see, if you run it, we are getting output in the span of time or not. But I want to print hello by hello with some delay actually. For that one, we can use the for I j in range of, okay, for example, some delay. Okay, so if I give some value, I don't have any statement. See, again we can run it. See, which is printing with some delay or not. So here it is stopping. If I give the one more zero here, then it will take a lot of time to print the hello. Because of this is rotating here itself. Okay, so it's my requirement. I want to do some specific task with some delay. I want to do one specific task with some kind of delay. That particular situation, the pass is doing very wonderful job for us. Okay, clear, Smita?
Yes, sir.
So here the loop is continuing, but thing is that which is not doing anything. That's the meaning of it. So note this example. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.